Good morning, GMS. I'm Divinity.
And I'm Sophia.
Let's get started with the news.
GMS PTO will have a walkathon on Friday, October 6th. Students were given a donation envelope last week. You need to turn in your envelope into your Pride teacher by Monday, October 2nd if you want to get out of class and attend the walkathon.
7th graders wanting to attend the Chicago trip and 8th graders wanting to attend the Washington, D.C. trip. The deadline to register for either trip is Friday, October 6th. You already received registration information in your social studies classes. Please see Mr. Reinhardt and Mr. Ellington if you have any questions.
This week is College and Career Go Week at GMS. Here are the spirit themes for this week. Let's see which grade shows the most spirit, and remember, no face or body paint. Today is Hats Off to Higher Education, or Hat Day. Tuesday is IU versus Purdue Day. Wednesday is College is No Sweat, or Sweats Day. Thursday is College Roomie Day, or Twin Day. And Friday is Green and Gold Day.
The GMS staff dressed up for homecoming last week. Congrats to a free Chick-fil-A breakfast. Great job to all the staff that participated.
Now it's time to head over to our Pride of the Week.
This week we are featuring Dean of Students, Mr. Brewer. Take it away, Gage.
Sorry. Good morning, GMS News. I am Gage, here with our interview of the week, the Dean of Students, Mr. Brewer. How are you doing today?
Gage, I'm doing pretty good. I will say, though, I'm a little disappointed. They told me Carl Azus, former host of Scene in 10, would be interviewing me today, but you seem like a nice guy.
Okay. So, question 1. Would you like to start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Not really, Gage, but I will. My name is Mr. Brewer. I've been the Dean of Students here for, 6 weeks, however long we've been in school this year. Before that, I taught 5th grade here in Greenwood. I taught 4th grade a couple years before that up in Indianapolis, and then I had a small, brief career for a couple years before that, working out in Washington, D.C., doing some top-secret stuff.
Okay. So, question 2. Where is your favorite place to eat, and what is your usual order there?
My favorite place to eat? Gage, my favorite place to eat is lunch detention here at school. I really enjoy just sitting there staring at students, make them feel bad about themselves. It's just nice. It's a nice time of reflection. It's very calm and peaceful, at least for me.
That's harsh.
Yeah. Oh, what do I order? Whatever leftovers I had from dinner the night before.
Okay, question 3. What was your journey like becoming the Dean of Students?
My journey?
And what exactly is your job?
That's a good question, Gage. You know, it was a pretty easy journey. I have loved working with kids ever since I was a kid. Back in high school, I worked at a Boy Scout summer camp and just fell in love with working with children and knew right away that's what I wanted to do. I did a couple other things along the way, but then fell into teaching as a fourth grade teacher. Loved it. Loved being here in fifth grade at Westwood. So how was my journey? It was great. I feel very fortunate. I feel very lucky to be able to stay here in Greenwood for a while longer. It's a good community, good people. It's nice to be here.
Okay. So
Gage, I thought that was a pretty good answer.
I know.
Okay, all right. See, this is why we need Carl. All right, go ahead.
Sorry. Question 4.
Yeah.
What was your favorite vacation trip you ever took, and why did you love it?
Yeah, I'm not a big vacation guy. It costs too much money and you get sunburnt. I enjoy, over a break from school, sitting on my couch, going to the fridge, going back to the couch, and back and forth. But if I had to pick one favorite vacation, gosh, I don't know. My wife and I went to St. Augustine, Florida a couple of years ago. Beautiful sun, sand. I did not get sunburnt. That was okay.
Okay. And
A little enthusiasm. I think I'm doing pretty good.
yeah.
All right, go ahead. Next question.
Okay, question 5. And last but not least, if you could interview anyone past or present, who would you interview?
Past or present. Gage, I would interview you. I would ask you how you got to this position. I would ask how you got picked to do this, because obviously this is the most important interview of the year, so you must have been gone through some kind of rigorous screening process. And if you were unavailable, I would interview my grandfather, who I never met. He died when I was very young. Always would have liked to have met him and known what he was like. Yeah.
Oh man, that must seem harsh. One of my grandpas died before I was born, and the
Yes.
second one died when I was just a little child.
Yeah, both of mine did. That's right. I never knew either of mine. I would have liked to have met them and known them.
Okay.
That was good. That was a good little back and forth, Gage. I thought we
Yeah.
did good there. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for coming to our
You're
show
so welcome.
today.
You
Mr.
came to me,
Brewer.
but yes, you're welcome.
Have
Absolutely.
a great week. Now let's go back to the gang in the studio.
It's time for GMS Sports. Let's look at this week's home events for the week of September 25th.
Monday on September 25th, cross country versus Beech Grove Franklin at 5 p.m. Boys and girls soccer versus Plainfield Community. Girls at 5:30 p.m. and boys at 6:45 p.m.
On Tuesday, September 26th, girls and boys soccer versus Decatur Middle School. Girls start at 5:30 p.m. and boys start at 6:45 p.m.
On Thursday, September 28th, boys tennis versus CG North starting at 5 p.m.
On Saturday, September 30th, boys tennis county finals are at 10 a.m. versus Johnson County.
That's all for sports. Now let's go to our 60-second scoop.
Hello, I'm Lillian, and it's now time for our brand new segment, the 60-Second Scoop. The rules are simple. We ask one guest as many questions as possible in 60 seconds, and they must answer them as quickly and as correctly as possible. Joining us today is Principal Secretary Mrs. Wise. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
Pretty good. Do you have any questions about the game before we start?
No.
Okay, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. And here we go. If you could only have one, would you have a dog or a cat?
Cat.
What's your favorite food if you had to pick only one?
Tacos.
What is the best thing to use to put on a grease fire?
Flour.
What was the last book you finished reading?
The Lies We Tell.
If you could watch any TV show, what would it be?
Criminal Minds.
What is the best artificial flavor?
Hazelnut.
Name one city that's south of Greenwood.
Franklin.
Name 4 U.S. presidents not including Obama, Trump, or Biden.
Washington. Roosevelt. Who else did you say not to say?
Obama, Trump, Biden.
Reagan and Carter.
Okay. There are 8 U.S. states that start with the letter N. Name 4.
Nebraska, North Dakota, North Carolina. I have no idea.
Okay.
Pass.
Do you prefer the Pacific or Atlantic Ocean?
Pacific.
Which GMS teacher would make the best action figure?
Mr. Camp.
Okay. You answered 11 questions. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the 60-second scoop. Let's go back to the studio.
Hello, welcome to Trending and Entertainment News.
Where we share weird stories and all things entertainment. I'm Harper.
And I'm Dexter. Let's get started.
According to kidsnews.com, a worldwide manhunt for a missing American girl doll Beatrice has come to a conclusion. 9-year-old Valentina Dominguez was on her way home from vacation when she noticed her favorite doll Beatrice was unaccounted for and missing. When Valentina's family started sharing posts on social media searching for the doll, a wannabe detective and American Airlines pilot James Dannon jumped into action and began searching for clues to the doll's whereabouts. The pilot later found the doll in a Turkish Airlines Lost and Found.
The pilot also only lived a few miles away from the Dominguez family, so he drove Beatrice to her home in Dallas to be reunited with her owner. Valentina was very thankful and only wondered about Beatrice's behavior on the flight home. Pilot James Dannon replied, "She was very well behaved." Other passengers reported that Beatrice took up both armrests while riding home in the middle seat and constantly kicked the seat back in front of her, but that has not been confirmed. Valentina was excited to see Beatrice return home. "She brings me happiness and she's my best friend." Pilot James Dannon's next case includes helping Mr. Reinhardt find his keys each morning before school.
In entertainment news this week, here are upcoming game releases for this month. Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty expansion for Xbox Series, PlayStation, and PC on September 26th. Sonic Frontiers, The Final Horizon for PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC on September 28th. EA Sports FC 24, formerly known as FIFA, for PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC on September 29th.
Finally, a movie releases this week. Paw Patrol, The Mighty. The Paw Patrol pups magically gain superpowers after a meteor strikes Adventure City. However, things take a turn for the worse when the humdinger and a mad scientist steal their powers and turn themselves into supervillains. Paw Patrol, The Mighty releases on September 29th.
That's all for Top Trending. Let's go to Caden with his book versus movie segment.
Hey, I'm Caden, and we all know that watching a movie and reading a book are two very different things. The differences can be very large or even minuscule. So today, I'll be listing the top 4 biggest differences between The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the book by Jeff Kinney, and the movie directed by Thor Freudenthal. Number 1, in the movies, the story takes place in the 2010s compared to the books, which range from 2004 to 2005. Number 2, in the movie, they added an entirely new character named Annie Sedman, who was like a guide for the boys in middle school, but she was not mentioned in the books. Number 3, in the movie, the trick Roderick played on Greg was he tricked Greg into thinking he overslept the first day of school, but it was really a week before the first day of school. In the book, he tricked Greg into thinking he slept through the whole summer. Number 4, Westmore Middle School is the name of Greg's school in the films, but all of the information on Greg's school in the book, the name was actually never mentioned. Whether you prefer the book or movie versions of your favorite stories, we can all agree that there are going to be some differences. If you get a choice between the two, we recommend reading the book first. Most of the time, a book is written before a movie is produced and will normally give you the most authentic version of the author's story. Plus, you will have the movie version clouding your story. I know from experience. I watched the first Harry Potter movie before reading the book. So when I finally read the book, I couldn't imagine the main characters as anyone other than the characters from the movie. That's all for today. I'm Caden. Have a great week, GMS. Bye.
Hello, GMS, and I'm Darius, and today we're doing weather. On Monday, it's 81 high and the low 58, and it has a 3% chance of rain, and the wind is 5.2 miles per hour. On Tuesday, it's 78 high and the low 60 with a chance of rain of 53%, and it's 8.3 miles per wind. And on Wednesday, it's high 74 and low 60. The chances of rain being 71% and The wind is 8.2 miles per hour. And Thursday will be the high 73s and the low 60s, with the chance of rain being 60%, 64, and wind being 8 miles per hour. And Friday will be high 76 and low 60, with a 26% chance of rain, and the wind will be 6.5 miles per hour. And that's all for this Monday Morning Live GMS. See you next week. I'm just gonna go.
Wait, you guys can wait.
Here, we'll just be over here. Who is it dancing? Paw Patrol!